Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? I'm doing good. I can just work my TV. I thought I had everything in order, y'all, but I don't. I thought I had it together, but I don't. Thought I was living halfway right, but I ain't. And half of us that's out there proclaiming to live right ain't. Don't believe everything you hear, y'all. Okay, I'm going to listen to Miss Rice. I'm going to listen to her after I get off. I just got through listening to Gwen Michelle. She was having, I think it was Sunday school, but I can watch it later. And so I came up here to say hello and good morning to the AAG team. How y'all doing this morning? I'm hanging in there, looking in my closet, found this, found that. I found this shirt. Look, I forgot all about it. You will see through there. You can see my little brassiere through there. I got to remember to wear black if I ever wear this. As a matter of fact, I didn't think I could wear this top. I had completely forgotten about this top. I was looking for another little black shell top that I had gotten from Family Dollar. And up there on the shelf, I said, well, what is this? I said, oh, because I thought it was a turtleneck because I got a couple of black turtleneck sweaters, and this part fell out, came out from like the bottom. And I said, oh, let me pull this out. I said, because this sweater's not supposed to be on this side. I got certain, like wool type sweaters and stuff on the other side of the closet. And I got like the short, well, it's sort of organized and it's sort of not organized. But anyway, I pulled it out, and lo and behold, here comes this sweater I had completely forgotten about. I haven't worn it but probably one time in my life, and that been over 12 before I moved here, and I've been living here for 12 years. Never thought about this shirt since, this sweater, whatever it is. And let me show you. Let me get a good look at this joker. See how long it is? I don't know. It might be a little dress for somebody if you're short enough. It might. Let's see. It comes, if I pull it down, it goes all the way down past these pieces on the side of the ones I'm complaining about all the time. I said, wow, I can't believe I even was able to even get in it because I've gained all the weight, But most of the time when I gain weight, I gained it in the hip, the belly, and I can still wear most of my tops. I can still wear. Because as you can see, there's nothing up top. Not very much, not a whole lot up top. But it's a whole lot down to the bottom. As a matter of fact, my little granddaughter asked me, Grandma, why you head little and you have a big body? Out of the mouth of babes, baby. Out of the mouth of babes. And let me show you something else I found. Now, there's a lot of stuff in that closet that I've never worn and still got the tags on. But I got let's show you. Well, everybody know what this is. You know what that is. Okay, so it's self-explanatory. And I got never, ever, I don't even think, I think I did try it on. But the tag, as you can still see, came from size 20. Came from Walmart. $14.98. I thought it was like $10. That's what it looked like. It's worth $10. And it's got the pockets in there. And the reason I had the sewing machine out is because I was going to sew the pockets up. Because this type of thing right here, I love pockets, don't get me wrong. But like I said, the hips, and if the pockets are sitting right here like that, it's going to make me look even wider this way, like I was saying before, So, that's what I've been up to. What y'all been up to? Have you been sneaking in the kitchen getting snacks? I haven't sneaked in the kitchen getting no snacks, not today. Well, it's only 10 o'clock after all, but I did have breakfast And those oranges, the last oranges, excuse me, y'all, I'm sort of out of breath this morning, even though I took one puff of this just before I came up here. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm doing my best. And I still got my Ventolin. And so I'll probably take a Ventolin when I get off here because, I mean, a little bit of running around, it got me. Quit smoking, y'all. Quit today if you can. I gotta tell you, though, it was the hardest thing for me that I never thought that I would really quit. And I can't say that enough. And I still say it had to be divine intervention. Because I did pray. I prayed, Lord, please. You know, I remember my mother-in-law telling me, I don't know if it was regarding drinking or regarding, because the drinking was, out of control, y'all. I don't know if it was regarding the drinking or regarding the cigarette smoking. Both of them were horrible habits. I mean, they were horrible habits for me because I think that addiction, in a way of speaking, runs in my family. I really do. Because, we had several issues of things, that becoming addiction to alcohol, drugs, stuff like that. And what one person might be able to do is drink one beer or something like that, or 2 beers, and that's it. But not me. I'm going to drink the whole 6-pack plus, okay? And I'm not bragging about that. I ain't trying to give no praise to the old, Satan. But I'm saying that to glorify God. Because I do believe to this very day that it was a divine intervention. So if you can, and you will, with God's help, you can. You can do it. You can do it. Sometimes, you can't do it alone. But, if you walk hand in hand with God, and when you fall down, He got you. He got you. Oh, yeah. You remember that poem? I think it's a poem called Footsteps. So why don't I see but one set of steps out here? And while you were walking and you couldn't make it no more, God carried you the rest of the way. I ain't preaching this morning, y'all, but these things just coming to me. And all because of this shirt and a whole lot of other stuff, the sewing machine is out here because I got to sew the pockets up. And I don't know why I got back to that situation. But, maybe it'll help somebody. You never know. Because, right now, I often have a lot of mucus in my throat. And I'm coughing, and I'm trying to clear my throat. And all that stemming from smoking. Pulmonary situations, respiratory. And when you can't breathe. Like when I can hardly, I can breathe, but I can tell that I get tired quickly, and that's been over how many years since I quit smoking? 6 or 7 years I haven't smoked. And about 9 or 10, going on 10 years since I've had a drink. But those things affect you for the rest of your life. It affects your looks. Because, once you go through a bout with years of drinking alcohol, how you looked before, you do never retain that, look that you had before. Sometimes you can actually, see and tell a person that's been drinking and smoking for many, many years. You can look at them and tell, even though they've quit, even though I've quit. So that's something to think about this Sunday morning, y'all. And appreciate God. Appreciate Jesus, His Son Jesus, for walking with you, talking with you when you don't have nobody to talk to. Sometimes your own relatives, you can't get along with them. But you can get along with God. Some of your friends may talk about you behind your back, belittle you, and laugh in your face. But see, God don't do that. No. I often think of that song, What a Friend We Have in Jesus. And that's true. We do have a true friend in Jesus. And then it said, he says, and he promised you, he said, in my house there are many mansions. Y'all, some people want their heavens right here on earth. They want to accumulate all these houses and the cars and this and that and the other. And your very relative might be in a shack starving to death and you living the life of Riley. What's wrong with that picture? What's wrong with it when your neighbor over there don't have not nothing? Don't even have, some people don't even have a bed to sleep in. And that's the honest to goodness truth. Children are walking around hungry, raggedy, got no clothes, and going to school, and then, kids are laughing at them because of, the way they look. But the determination of a child to carry on, it's a burden for a child to be in a situation like that. I mean, I was like that, but where we were from when I was growing up, a lot of the other kids were also like that. They didn't have a lot. We went to a little two-room schoolhouse. That's where I started to school at. A little house called, a little schoolhouse called Grimsley. It was given to the black people down there by Mr. Grimsley. That was his name. And the name of the school was Grimsley School. And that's where we went to school, and we had to walk, miles. I think at least a couple of miles or something before we got to school. And sometimes, we walked to school, and we didn't have decent shoes. And so, the shoe, I don't know if you remember years ago how the sole of a shoe, let me see if I don't know if I can show it on this show, but about like the sole of the shoe would come detached from the, what you call it, this part of the shoe, and this part would be flapping because it had came loose. All the stitching around the shoe had come loose, and so we'd had to walk, like strut to flap the shoe, and then sometimes we had to tie the shoe up with a piece of wire or a piece of string. Sometimes we didn't have anything to eat. We had to eat molasses and sop it with a biscuit. We were appreciative. We didn't know that wasn't the right way to live. My mother raised us by herself. There's 5 children by herself. Never received welfare. And I think I told you about my dad and how they had separated, but he didn't pay any support, not as far as I know. And I do remember one, because I was very young. I do remember one day my mother had went to work. She was working for this lady called Miss Daisy Meadow. I think her name Daisy Meadow or something like that. They used to say Meadow, but I would imagine it's Daisy Meadows. People don't pronounce stuff like that correctly down south. Like yesterday they say yesterday, tomorrow, I see you tomorrow. But those were the good old days. Don't get me wrong. These are the best days compared to the way children are today. That's got everything. Their PS5s, their iPhones, the this, the that. They've got a motorbike, whatever they got. They got so much stuff they don't know what to do with. And when we was coming up, we barely had anything. But we were happy and we were healthy. We didn't know. I thought everybody lived like that. There was a certain few, you notice that these certain few people had a little bit more than you did. And you sort of envied that as a child. Because I remember this little girl, she used to come to school. She was a little friend. She was sort of like the leader of the gang. Because she had food ordered, her mama pack her a lunch. We was like a first grade, second grade, something like that. And she would give us all a little piece, the other children, because there was a lot of little girls when I was going to school. Matter of fact, the teacher used to call us her biddies. And she would give all the biddies, she'd break a piece, give everybody a little piece of her food. Because we didn't have any. Every now and then we would have something, left over to bring to school or something like that. But this kid had it every day. She brought it every day. And we didn't have dessert. What's dessert? A box of cornflakes. We'd eat the whole box of cornflakes. But Mom said, go to the store, get cornflakes and some milk. Carnation milk was the thing that we used to use in our cereal at that particular time. I'm talking in the 50s, y'all. 1951, 52. Sounds ancient now, doesn't it? I never thought I'd live to see 1900, and here I am living to see 2024. Oh, yeah. Because of the lifestyle that I was living, I didn't think I was going to live past 70. And here I am, 78. God. Ain't nothing but God. He wanted me here to do something. So that's why I'm here. I guess that's why I'm here. But, I don't proclaim to be saved or anything like that. But I try to treat people right. And I try to quit cussing, but it slips every now and then. But I did quit the drinking and the smoking, because anything that you do that hurts your body, this is the temple of God. Anything that you do is a sin if you hurting your own self. Like, and I look at myself every time I eat something that I'm not supposed to be eating. This is hurting me. I'm sinning against my own body. I'm sinning, in a way of speaking, against God. Because this is a temple. Something that God has created. And you loan to your parents only for a season. You just loan to him because every child that's born belongs to God. He just let you have those children for a little while. But it is. Oh, yeah. But anyway, I'm not going to preach it. Like I said, y'all, I was going to pin the size of the, the pockets on the dress and see how it fits, with the hips, and stuff like that. And then I was going to sew it. But then I said, I got to re-thread. I got to look for the thread. I got to see if I got black thread or blue, which that's navy blue. That's a navy blue dress in white. I don't know if you could tell if it's navy or not. It's not black and white. Oh, yeah, it shows up as navy, right? At least on my end it is. See, you can see it against this black that is navy. And like I said, it came from Walmart. I think at that time, about 4 or 5 years ago, it came from Walmart. I think they had red and black and white, red and white. They maybe even had green and white. And they were just hanging there, and I said, get me one of these, and never wore it. And now it looks too young for me. I feel it's kind of youngish. But I guess I could dress it up and put a scarf on or something too. I don't know. But anyway, we shall see what happens after I sew the pockets up. So what y'all planning today? Are you going out today? I'll say one thing. It's been very chilly for me today. Been chilly up in here. As a matter of fact, I just turned my heaters off so that I could make this video. And I don't know if you could hear the music in the background. A little bit of faint music in the background. It's because of this. This is what I'm doing, y'all. Where's my mouse? See? It's a hidden object game. I have to find all these objects in this scene. But I'm not going to try to do that while y'all are on here. Matter of fact, I hope there ain't no copyright against the music on a video, is there? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. What equal it on Google? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know everything. I do know something. Thank God that you know something. Some people don't know jack. That's right. Like they say, some people are, what do you call it, jack of all trades, but the master of none. That's me. I know how to do a lot of things, but I haven't really mastered any of them. You know, I never went to school for them or nothing like that. Self-taught about everything, yeah. I had a lot of time on my hands. And I'm going to get up here now, make me a cup of coffee, because I could yak for a while this morning. Especially if I had my cup of coffee right here. We could really talk. Can you imagine how much I was yakking, running my mouth when I was drinking beer? Oh, Lord, you know, when you drink, your mouth just flaps, flap, 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 flap. Flap, 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 flap. And that's true. And you get loud. Loud. You talk loud like nobody can hear you. That's when you're drunk. Or either after a while you fall asleep. But I'll say the difference between drugs and alcoholism. You could tell alcoholism, but a drug, somebody smoking that stuff, they go to sleep. They be nodding off and stuff. I don't know if they smoking. They got the munchies with the reefer, the marijuana. I think it's the munchie, and then I don't know what it is when you're nodding off. Is that when you're smoking that crack? Tell you the truth, I'm on a subject now that I don't know what I'm talking about, so let me just leave that alone. I know nothing about drugs, y'all. I tried to smoke marijuana. It didn't work for me. Put me to sleep. So, hey, alcoholism was my poison. Okay. That's what that was. I ain't bragging about that either, because one is just as bad as the other. Yeah. Because they both hurt the body if you do it enough. And they say smoking marijuana, one marijuana cigarette, this is what I heard, that one marijuana cigarette would do just as much damage as a whole pack of cigarettes. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. I'm no doctor or no scientist or nothing like that, y'all. I'm just ordinary. I'm just an all-around grandma. That's all I am. All-around grandma. And I didn't make my meatballs yesterday. I'm changing subject, switching just like that, y'all. I didn't make my meatballs the other day when I went and got my went to the grocery, but I did get my hamburger. I got that throwing out on the counter. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I got that feeling in my throat, because I had cereal for breakfast. I ain't had no potatoes or nothing like that. But anyway, I got my meat thawed out to make meatballs. And I'm just going to have meatball sandwich, I guess. And I make me I can have meatballs. And I can make the cabbage, because I keep forgetting that cabbage. And then I got to go through, my canned goods that I got on my shelf in my bedroom. I've got to go through those and check the dates and see what's good, what's Best Buy, what's expired and what's not expired, because I haven't rotated them for a while. I don't have a whole lot of canned goods. I'll say about 40, maybe 40 cans in there, or something like that. The fruit and the veggies and stuff like that that's in the can. Especially when they was talking about something gonna pop off, and I still believe something is in the air, y'all. I don't know what. Especially when they talking about they found another black hole, and then they talking about the black holes are colliding, and talking about they don't know how. I forgot how many light years, which I never understood that light year thing. I never got it. Never got that, and I never understood a square root either. But anyway, that's just what I heard just on television, on YouTube. I forgot what was the name of the thing, but you might be able to look at it. You might be able to see it if you type in black hole or new black hole, because the scientist was up there talking about it and how they had merged together up there. There's a lot going on up there out in space too, And then you're wondering, why is not America, why is Earth so tiny compared to the other planets? We're the itty bitty planet, y'all. think there's a planet smaller. Is Pluto? Wait a minute. I think Earth is the smallest one of all. Unless Pluto is smaller. And you know how gigantic Jupiter is. Scary, isn't it? Anyway, y'all, let me carry on with my day, do what I gotta do, and show you one more thing that you wanna see. But I'm gonna show it to you. How you doing? And, I got a lot of these made already. I'm waiting for yarn to come today so I could put them together. And, purple, all the different little colors. I had all this yarn left over. And I said to myself, Self, what are you going to do with all that yarn? Myself responded and said, make another quilt. I said, okay. I'm getting crazy, y'all. So on that note, I go with love, and I'll see you again soon.